Here he's speaking. In your heart. She speaks through the heart. Remember the knowledge of your bones. Remember the knowledge of your ancestors. Remember that we are meant to walk this earth in grace, in the fullness of the love we are capable of, which is infinite. Remember who you are. You are a divine being living in a physical form. You are here to remind all that spirit is in matter, that they are one. We are all one. This is not a superfluous truth. It is the deepest of mysteries, and we are being called to act within it, to live in truth, as truth. This is the sacred calling of humanity. To awaken to the truth of who we are. The divine, the one, the all, the pure being of consciousness. This is the gift of the body, this is the gift of the earth. That we have this opportunity to know ourselves, to experience the truth through embodiment. It's what you're here for. Remember, and the earth speaks to you these sacred truths. through your cells, through your molecules, through your memories of an ancient future. Will you listen? Will you heed the call? For the more you resist the call, the more suffering there will be. Suffering is the bottleneck of life force. It occurs when we resist what is true. And it is there for us, for our awakening. For the more we resist, the more life will seek to break through. And when we do, when we finally remember who we are, that is ecstasy. It's time to become the truth of your being, your God being. For we are all gods living in a physical form. Don't you remember? Let the earth remind you who you are. She is cracking open to reveal who you are. She is cracking open so the light can flow through. And she loves you so much. Infinite love is pouring into you in every moment. She is holding you, waiting for you to remember. I love you. Hello, beautiful beings. So I've come home from my earth ceremony that I conducted out in nature by the stream a little earlier today. And I'm going to offer you a full layout for a ritual that you can do to drop you into union and connection with the earth. So the general layout is to get out onto the land if you can. And if you cannot get out onto the land, that's all right. But sit by a window or close your eyes and imagine a place that you have been. Imagine a place that you really deeply love and that you deeply remember. And just take some time to melt into that experience of remembering this place that you love and remember. Imagining what you can smell, imagining what you hear, what you feel. Take some time to really build this place around you. And once you have arrived, whether physical or in the ship of your imagination, then I invite you to meditate on the land. And I'm going to offer a guided meditation in another video clip here soon to assist you. But essentially, this is a meditation to drop you into connection with the earth. And from that point of connection, to ask what to do, to ask what action can assist you in coming into greater union with our Mother Earth. So that's what I did earlier today, and I'm going to give you a loose structure so you have something to follow. So after I meditated, I then felt guided to anoint myself with sacred oil. And then I cleansed myself, and I used sage and a bee smoker, but you can use sage or Palo Santo or frankincense, any cleansing smoke that you like. And I then offered the smoke to the space. So I walked around the area that I was and offered the smoke to the space. After that, I danced. And I invited in gratitude and love of the earth. And I used a few sacred tools. I used a rattle, I used a wand. You can use those if you wish, or it can just be your body, because your body is a sacred tool. And just with your movement and with your voice, I was also singing, just singing to the earth, singing your prayers to the earth. And particularly putting attention on drawing a connection between the sky and the earth as your body as a conduit. So drawing in the energy from the heavens, moving it into your body and through your body into the earth, and vice versa. Drawing the energy up from the earth and allowing it to express through your body up into the heavens, so that you can imagine and experience this union both with sky and earth. And I did not get fully into the water because I am recovering from a cold, and so that didn't feel supportive to me at this time. However, I love bathing in the sacred waters. So either dunking yourself or taking a shower, and really imagining that it is the water of the earth if you're showering. Really imagining that cleansing water seeping into your bones. We're made mostly of water, so imagining yourself becoming unified through the water, that the water is the blood of the earth, and your blood is mixing with the blood of the earth. And then I recommend sitting quiet and just listening, just receiving, and inviting the earth to come forward and offer you any guidance. And this guidance might arise in the form of images or a sense or an impulse or words. And so just really open up all of your senses of awareness to receive this guidance and follow it. And of course, we know that the great wisdom of the mother always comes in the name of compassion and love. So that can be your discernment and your barometer as far as what action might come forward, what impulse. Taking time to follow that for yourself, knowing that each act that you make is an act that is in service to becoming unified with the earth, connected with the earth, and celebrating all her love and blessings. So that is the full layout, and I'm going to include it in text when I post this full video as well, so you can follow along. I invite you to create your own along with me. This is mostly about just getting out onto the earth, opening yourself up, and inviting connection. So there's no wrong way to do it. All right, thank you. Stay tuned for the meditation. All right. Closing the eyes. Allowing yourself to be enveloped by Mother Dark. Allowing you to be held in her embrace. That comfort within. And as you melt and soften in this darkness, turning your attention towards your breath. Pneuma, prana. Imagining breath as a spirit that you are in relationship with. And it is a love relationship. And just noticing how you are being breathed as the spirit of life moves into your body. not needing to shift it or change it in any way, simply noticing how is life moving me today. And as you melt in your breath, as you open to this relationship, this love relationship with breath, inviting some piece of your attention to begin to drop from the mind through the body, like honey. The nectar of your presence melts through the system. Melting down from the mind, from the brain, softening the face, melting through the throat, to move into the heart. Inviting the heart to open, to receive the nectar of your presence, that sweet attention of you. Imagining that your presence is the sun and your heart a flower. So that as you attend to the heart, it begins to open like a flower opening its petals to receive the warm honey light of your presence. And if you notice any tightness or restriction there, just allow yourself to breathe into it, letting the softness of your attention melt through any resistance in the heart, any pain. And with each breath, the heart continues to open. As we invite our presence to continue to melt through the body, dropping down, melting through the spine, the solar plexus, and into the pelvis, the seat of our instinctual knowing, our primal knowing, deep in the pelvis, connected to our sexual organs, softening there, awakening there. And then letting your attention drop further still to notice how your body is making contact with the earth, our sweet, good mother. Noticing how she rises up to meet you. To hold you. That constant support. Everlasting holding and love. And while continuing to notice this contact with the edges of your body and the earth rising to meet you, bringing your attention to the perineum, the root, the base of the spine, the very center of your torso between your legs. And imagining, sensing, and knowing that you are sending roots out through the perineum, down into the earth. They reach these roots of you through the crust of the earth, through the soil, the dirt and rock, deep through her ancient bones, all the way to the very center of the earth. The molten center, the earth star. So that you feel yourself firmly rooted to the very molten center of the earth, to that source. And imagining, sensing, and knowing that these roots are pathways upon which energy and information can move in both directions, so that you can send your energy down to the earth, and she can send her energy up to you. For we live in reciprocity with our Mother Earth. Perhaps you notice that this transference of energy and information happens with breath. So on every inhalation and exhalation, there is movement between you and the earth, through these roots of light, sacred light, these pathways of divine connection between you and the Mother. And while melting and opening to deeper and deeper experiences of this connection, asking the Mother, Gaia, how do I celebrate our connection? How do I honor you? How do I strengthen our bond? And just ask. Open and let go. Letting the breath lead you. Opening your senses to receive the guidance of the earth, the love of Gaia, the Mother. Taking as much time as you desire to stay here, to be here with her on the earth, in connection, in love. And when you are ready, in your own good time, finding your way back into the light and opening your eyes. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your practice. Love to you.